Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're having an amazing start to your week. So for today's video, I'm going to be going through how I personally read novels for school. I'm going to be walking you guys through how I annotate, how I take notes, and basically just how I am successful in my English class in terms of reading novels. So without further ado, let's just get right on into it. Currently in my English class, we are reading The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, and the first thing I do is I continue on from the notes I took the previous time that I read, and I make sure to write the date on the corner of the page. I know that some teachers provide reading questions that people can take their notes on, but my teacher doesn't. So basically what I like to do is I summarize what happens in the chapter in my notes. I try to limit myself to one bullet point per page of the novel, because if not, I'll end up writing way too much information about what happened in that chapter, and most of it will be irrelevant. I also make sure to base my notes on what our essay may end up being on. So for this book, we are going to have an essay at the end of the unit, as we do for every other novel. And for this novel in particular, our teacher asked us to make sure to pay attention to symbols and how the main character acts in specific situations. I also use these pink sticky notes to annotate, and my annotations usually vary. Sometimes they can be connections to a symbol and just symbols I want to pop out, so that when I go back to write my essay, I know where this symbol or this event happened in the book. Or I may be writing down a specific question I had about what happened in the novel. As for annotations, I try to have at least one per chapter, and I try to make sure that I don't annotate too much, because if not, the annotations won't be relevant to what I may have to write my essay on in the future. And finally, the last thing I do is I go onto a website like Sparknotes that has notes on the book. But instead of reading their summaries of the chapters, I try to take their practice quizzes and make sure I actually understood what happened in the chapter. I really make sure to not use Sparknotes as a crutch, because websites like Sparknotes are not always reliable in the information they provide. This is why instead of, say, reading summaries, I actually read the novel, and then I just use Sparknotes for practice quizzes to quiz myself over what happened in the chapter and make sure that I actually picked out the important points. Thank you all so much for watching. Even though some novels in English can be a tad boring to read, I wish you all good luck in reading these novels for your classes. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's video on Tuesday, and also make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who may benefit from it as well. And once again, we'll see you next week. Bye!